Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to see about principle of inclusion and exclusion, which is the one of the counting technique that computes the cardinality of union A union B of two finite sets. First we see what is the meaning of cardinality. Cardinality is nothing but number of elements in a set. Now coming to principle of inclusion exclusion theorem. Here for any two sets A and B, cardinality of A union B equal to cardinality of A plus cardinality of B minus cardinality of A intersection B. Here cardinality of A union B is the number of elements from A or B. You are taking number of elements in A or number of elements in B or in both sets. Okay, now coming to right hand side. Here cardinality of A is number of elements in A and cardinality of B is number of elements in B. When we add the number of elements in A and as well as number of elements in B is counted twice. Whereas in cardinality of A union B, we are counting only once. So, in order to avoid double count, we have to subtract the common elements which are in A and B. So, the principle of inclusion and exclusion says that the cardinality of A union B is nothing but cardinality of A plus cardinality of B minus cardinality of A intersection B. Okay. The same thing can be extended to three sets. Cardinality of A union B union C equal to cardinality of A plus cardinality of B plus cardinality of C minus cardinality of A intersection B minus cardinality of B intersection C minus cardinality of A intersection C plus cardinality of A intersection B intersection C. How we prove this one? Now we know that cardinality of A union B equal to cardinality of A plus cardinality of B minus cardinality of A intersection B. Here in the two sets you put A union B as some x. So the three sets become two sets, that is cardinality of x union C. Then expand the same thing and then you use distributive law, we get the result. Similarly, we can extend to four sets, okay, and then similarly we can extend to n number of sets. So in n number of sets we get cardinality of A1 union A2 union etc. union AN equal to cardinality of A1 plus cardinality of A2 plus so on plus cardinality of AN, that is singleton set, cardinality of singleton set, that is all plus. Then you subtract two sets at a time, cardinality of two sets at a time, and then you add the cardinality of all intersection of the cardinality of three sets at a time, and then again you subtract four sets, you take intersection of four sets at a time and then you subtract, it goes on. So the last term is minus 1 to the power n minus 1 cardinality of A1 plus A1 intersection A2 intersection etc. intersection AN. Example, among 50 patients admitted to a hospital, 25 are diagnosed with fever, 30 with cough and 10 with fever and cough. Determine the number of persons diagnosed with fever or cough. Second part of the problem, number of persons not diagnosed with fever or cough. Here we have to find cardinality of A union B and then we have to find cardinality of A union B whole complement. That is cardinality of A union B equal to 25 plus 30 minus 10 equal to 45 when we apply principle of inclusion and exclusion. We know that cardinality of A union B whole complement equal to n of universal set minus n of A union B by the complementary law. So that is equal to 50 minus 45 equal to. Next example. There are 350 farmers in a large region. 260 farm beetroot, 100 farm brinjal, 70 farm radish, 40 farm beetroot and radish, 40 farm brinjal and radish, 30 farm beetroot and brinjal. Let Y, B, R denote the set of farmers that farm beetroot, brinjal and radish respectively. Determine the number of farmers that farm beetroot, brinjal and radish. Okay, now we have to form number of persons farming beetroot, brinjal and radish. So cardinality of B union Y union R equal to, when we apply principle of inclusion and exclusion, we get the number of persons farming of all the vegetables are 350 minus 320 equal to 30. Next, we note down box X is the largest integer that is smaller than or equal to X. Suppose some decimal places come, we take only smallest integer part. Next concept is number of multiples of X that do not exceed N is box X divided by N. We are going to use this and principle of inclusion and exclusion to solve the forthcoming problems. Next example. Find how many integers between 1 and 567 that are divisible by 3 but not by 7. Here, set of integers between 1 and 567 that are divisible by 3 is denoted by A. The set of integers between 1 and 567 that are divisible by 7 is B. Now, the cardinality of A is 567 divided by 3, that is 189. You take only integer part. Then cardinality of A intersection B equal to 567 divided by 3 into 7 equal to 27. Here the question is the integers between 1 and 567 that are divisible only by 3 but not by 7. So we are excluding all the numbers that are divisible by both 3 and 7. So the answer is 189 minus 27 equal to 142. Next example. How many integers from 1 to 100 that are multiples of 2 or 3? Let A be the set of integers from 1 to 100 that are multiples of 2. Then cardinality of A is box 100 divided by 2, that is equal to 50. Similarly, B be the set of integers between 1 and 100 that are multiples of 3. That is cardinality of B equal to 100 divided by 3 equal to 33. Now A intersection B is the set of integers from 1 to 100 that are multiples of both 2 and 3 and hence are multiples of 6. So cardinality of A intersection B equal to 100 divided by 2 into 3 equal to 16. So now our question is we have to find the number of integers between 1 and 100 that are multiples of 2 or 3. So we have to find n of A union B. By principle of inclusion and exclusion, we get answer as 67. Next example. How many integers between 1 and 250 that are divisible by any one of the integers 2, 3, 5 and 7? Here also we are applying principle of inclusion and exclusion for 4 sets. That is, A denotes set of integers between 1 and 250 that are divisible by 2. B be the set of integers between 1 and 250 that are divisible by 3. And C denotes the set of integers between 1 and 250 that are divisible by 5. D denotes the set of integers between 1 and 250 that are divisible by 7. Now our question is we have to find what is cardinality of A union B union C union D. That is, when we apply principle of inclusion and exclusion, then we get the answer as 193. Next example. Find the number of integers between 1 and 250 that are not divisible by any one of the integers 2, 3, 5 and 7. In the last problem we have seen the number of integers between 1 and 250 that are divisible by any one of the integers 2, 3, 5 and 7. So this is a complement of the last problem. So the cardinality of A complement intersection B complement intersection C complement intersection D complement. This is equal to cardinality of A union B union C union D whole complement by De Morgan's law. That is same as cardinality of universal set minus cardinality of A union B union C union D. So cardinality of universal set is 250 and then minus here we already found that n of A union B union C union D equal to 193. When we substitute we get the answer as 57. Next example. Determine the number of positive integer n where 1 less than or equal to n less than or equal to 100 and n is not divisible by 2, 3, 5. This example is same as before. Now we have to find the cardinality of A complement intersection B complement intersection C complement. That is same as cardinality of A union B union C whole complement by De Morgan's law. That is same as cardinality of universal set minus cardinality of A union B union C. So when we apply principle of inclusion and exclusion, we can find that cardinality of A union B union C is equal to 74. When we substitute all the values, we get the answer as 26. Determine the number of positive integers n where 1 less than or equal to n less than or equal to 2000 and n is not divisible by 2, 3, 5 but divisible by 7. Let A denote the set of integers between 1 and 2000 that are divisible by 2. Similarly, B, C, D that are divisible by 3, 5, 7 respectively. Now our question is we have to find the cardinality of A complement intersection B complement intersection C complement intersection D. This is same as cardinality of A union B union C whole complement intersection D by De Morgan's law. That is same as cardinality of D intersection A union B union C whole complement by commutative law. Now we know for any two sets A and B, cardinality of A intersection B complement equal to cardinality of A minus cardinality of A intersection B. Now we apply this concept to the above. Then it becomes cardinality of D minus cardinality of D intersection A union B union C. When we apply distributive law, we get the answer as 76. Next example. How many positive integers less than or equal to 100 that are relatively prime to 100? The number of positive integers between 1 and 100 that are relatively prime to 100 are equivalent to number of integers between 1 and 100 that are not divisible by 2 and 5. We know that when two numbers A and B are said to be relatively prime, if GCD of that number should be 1. Now A, B set of integers between 1 and 100 that are divisible by 2. B, B set of integers between 1 and 100 that are divisible by 5. Now we want cardinality of A complement intersection B complement. That is cardinality of universal set minus cardinality of A union B. When we apply principle of inclusion exclusion, we get the answer as 40. Next example. By using principle of inclusion and exclusion, find the number of times between 41 and 100. Here we take A, B, C, D be sets between 41 and 100 that are divisible by 2, 3, 5 and 7. We know that the prime number is not divisible by any number. It is divisible by only by 1 and itself. So we have to find cardinality of A union B union C union D whole complement. Before that we find the cardinality of A union B union C union D by principle of inclusion and exclusion. When we substitute all the values, we get the answer as 46. Now, cardinality of A union B union C union D whole complement equal to the numbers from 41 to 100. We have 60 numbers, so 60 minus 46 equal to 14 prime numbers between 41 to 100. Next example. Find the number of primes greater than 1 and not exceeding 100. The only primes less than 10 are 2, 3, 5, 7. The primes not exceeding 100 are these 4 prime numbers plus those numbers that are not divisible by any of the integers 2, 3, 5 and 7. First we have to find the number of integers divisible by either 2 or 3 or 5 or 7. That is cardinality of A union B union C union D we have to find out. Then that gives the answer as 78. Then number of primes equal to these 4 numbers plus cardinality of A complement intersection B complement intersection C complement intersection D complement. We know by De Morgan's law that is same as cardinality of A union B union C union D whole complement, that is same as cardinality of universal set minus cardinality of A union B union C union D, which gives the answer as 25. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.